Okay, in this video what I'm going to do is I'm going to look for some maps in an edc16 ECU file dump. I'm using a SAT layout 1.9105 with a DPF, so a diesel particulate filter. I'm using it simply because it happens to be lying around on my computer and nothing's been done to it, so I can just use it straight out of the box, as it were. And I'm also using it because it's got a diesel particulate filter, and that will be handy for later videos. But what I'm going to do with this video is I'm just going to go and look for some of the first maps that occur as we go through the file. So in other words, I'm going to look for some of the first obvious ones. Now, I know that one of the first obvious ones will be driver's wish, so in fact in this video I'm going to scroll along here and look for a driver's wish map. Right, now there we go. I would guess that that's a driver's wish map. The shape to me looks like a driver's wish map. I'll just double click there, bring that up. Now that shape again looks like a driver's wish map because obviously I've looked at lots of these. The 2D version, if I just move it up, of course looks just like the 2D version underneath, and the 3D version again looks like a driver's wish map. So I'm going to say, okay, yep, that's probably a driver's wish map. So I'll just open that again, go to the text view, I'll just get rid of that highlight. Right, what have we got on here? Well, we've got here what is probably revs per minute, so I'll double click on there and I'll just put engine speed. I'll tab down to there, I'll just press tab to jump to the next one down, and I'll put in there revs per minute. I don't think we need to change anything else, so I'll leave that as it is. Right, up here we've got pedal pressure almost certainly, so I'll put accelerator pedal. It looks like it's a percentage, so we'll go for a percentage, and to get it to a percentage we probably want 0.01. Let's just have a look. Yep, that'll give us 100%, so I'll say OK to that. Right, now I've got this block of data in the middle. Now on an EDC15 this is injection quantity, which would give me a maximum, looking at this, of 39. Now if you've looked at any files you will know that there is no chance that this has got a maximum injection quantity of 39, so that figure is not 39. In fact that figure is 390. So if I go back, the description for the output is actually engine torque. So what I will do is I will put in there engine torque. The torque will be measured in Newton meters, so we're going to want something like 0.1 down there to give it a sensible number. Let's have a look. Yeah, that gives us 390. So what is this map? Well, yeah, you could get confused, couldn't you? The engine torque may make you think of torque map, but of course we still know what it is. It's the driver's wish map, so that's what it is. But the output, instead of being injection quantity, is torque. So this is a difference between EDC15s and EDC16s. Right, I'll say OK to that then, and I'll just delete that one to get rid of it. Now here's something that is different to EDC15s again, because that looks like that, doesn't it? Not exactly. You can see that this bit here looks a bit different, but that one there looks pretty much identical to that one, and that one looks pretty much identical to that one. If this is driver's wish, then this one may be a slightly different version of driver's wish perhaps, and then this one could be the same as that one, but we'd have to have a close look at the numbers to be sure. Now we don't want to go through hundreds of these, so let's just quickly whiz through this one for now. So we now know that we're going to call that one engine speed. We're going to say that that is revs per minute, so that's all okay. So that's going to run up to apparently 6,000 revs, which seems a little bit excessive. And then this one on here we decided that we would call accelerator pedal. The unit was percentage, and this would need to be 0.1, no, 0.01, and that gives us that. And then this one we want to be our torque output. So if we double click on the middle of there, we know we've decided to call it driver's wish. I suppose we could call this driver's wish 0 or 1 or 2 or whatever we want to call it. There is a reason for giving it a number. I'll come back to that perhaps at a later date. We know what it is. It's torque. I won't bother to write engine torque every time. We know it's measured in Newton meters, and we know that to get a sensible figure we want 0.1 in there. What's happened there? I've hit 2 keys, haven't I? 0.1. So there we go. So that's our driver's wish. So we appear to have another driver's wish. So that's 2. Oh look. Oh, driver's wish. Another one. The driver's wish. Another one. So what have we got? 4 so far. Oh look, another one. Driver's wish. That's another one. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It'll be all day like that, won't we? Let's jump. Oh, where are we? 5. So that looks like another one. I'll double click that one. Driver's wish. Oh no, not wisser. Wish. So that looks like we've got 6. So it looks like we've got another one there. Another one there. We got another one there. Just get rid of that. I'll just press delete to get rid of those highlights. Right, what have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We appear to have 9 driver's wish maps. Now I suspect that the first one isn't an ordinary driver's wish map, and perhaps I'll come back to that later. If I go through these in more detail, which I won't at the moment, but it wouldn't surprise me if there is a set number of these that are fairly specific. In other words, it might well be that we've got one at the beginning here that's slightly different, and then one possibly at the very end that's slightly different, and then a group in the middle that are very similar. Now, I won't worry about that too much. I'll come back to that in a later video perhaps. It's sort of related to the car's gearing and the number of gears, but it's not always clear cut as to say, oh look, you know, that's the first map, that must be gear 1 and that must be 2 and that must be 3 and so on. It doesn't necessarily work like that. What sometimes happens is that this will be for a particular situation, and then you might get followed by a number of gears. So it might go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then you might have a reverse, and then you might have another specific map. Other times it's not even that clear cut. So if you want to know what a particular map is doing, the simplest way to find out is to zero it. In other words, if you are that interested and you want to know what a particular map is doing, then you just zero the values in that map and then take the car for a drive. But obviously do it somewhere where it's safe, because you don't want to suddenly discover that it's not driving properly just before someone hits you up the rear end. So think carefully before you trot out and do things like that. Okay, so that's the driver's wish maps. Now I'll change all the data on them later on and tidy them up, but I'm not going to do all that now. So I'm going to stop there.